New York had a rhythm Logan couldn't quite catch. The streets hummed with confidence. People walked like they already knew where they belonged. He watched them from his dorm windows sometimes, wondering what it felt like to move through the world without hesitation. Back home in Missouri, everything was slower. Church bells, quiet dinners, polite smiles. People didn't talk much about feelings. They talked about right and wrong. And somewhere between those words, Logan had learned to hide. College was supposed to be freedom. Instead, it felt like standing on the edge of a cliff, afraid to jump but too restless to turn back. That's when he noticed Malik. Everyone knew him. The boxing team's pride, broad-shouldered and effortlessly magnetic. He wasn't loud, but people listened when he spoke. There was something about him, calm, sure, like he'd stopped asking for permission from the world a long time ago. They first spoke after class when Malik caught Logan sketching, instead of taking notes. "You draw?" Malik asked, leaning on the desk. Sometimes," Logan muttered, trying to cover the page. Malik smiled. "Man, don't hide that. World needs people who make things, not just follow things." That one sentence stayed with Logan all week. He found excuses to pass by the gym where Malik trained. Sometimes he'd stop, pretending to watch others spar. Other times, Malik caught him and waved, that easy grin spreading across his face, the kind that made Logan's stomach tighten for reasons he couldn't name. The gym was loud that evening. Gloves smacking leather, shoes scraping mats, music pulsing low. Malik spotted him lingering near the door. "You watching or joining today?" "I don't really box," Logan said. "Good," Malik laughed. "You'll learn faster." He tossed him a pair of gloves before Logan could argue. The gym smelled faintly of leather and sweat, a scent Malik somehow made feel like confidence. Logan lingered by the ropes, pretending to adjust his gloves, though he'd already tied them twice. Malik noticed, grinning. "You gonna punch the bag, or just make it uncomfortable with all that staring?" Logan froze, cheeks burning. "I was just watching your form." "Uh-huh," Malik chuckled, stepping closer. "Then maybe you should learn my form." He moved behind Logan, adjusting his stance, large hands gently nudging Logan's shoulders. Feet apart, chin down. "Yeah, like that." Logan's breath hitched, every nerve suddenly alive. Malik's voice was low, almost a whisper near his ear. "You overthink everything, don't you?" "I just don't want to mess up." "Hey," Malik said, softer now. "You're allowed to mess up. That's how you find your rhythm." Their eyes met in the mirror, a moment that stretched too long, too quiet. Malik smiled, that easy, disarming smile. "See? Not so scary." Logan tried to laugh, but it came out more like a sigh. "You make it look easy." "That's 'cause I stopped fighting myself a long time ago," Malik said, tapping Logan's glove lightly. "You'll get there." After that, Logan kept coming back. Sometimes they trained. Sometimes they just talked. Malik had a way of asking questions that mattered. Not "where are you from?" but "what do you want to feel like when you wake up every morning?" Logan didn't always have answers, but somehow that was okay. One night after practice, they walked out together into the cool air. The city glowed, rain-slicked streets reflecting neon signs. Malik carried his duffel casually, like the world weighed nothing on him. "You ever feel like everyone's watching you?" Logan asked. Malik laughed. "Man, I want them to watch. Let him see me exactly how I am." "I don't think I can do that," Logan admitted quietly. Malik stopped. "Then don't start with everyone. Start with yourself." That line hit deeper than Logan expected, maybe because it sounded like permission. They ended up sitting on the gym steps, the city buzzing around them. Malik told him stories about his neighborhood, his mother, how he used to get in trouble for daydreaming. Logan listened, laughing more than he had in months. And somewhere between laughter and silence, something shifted, not loud or dramatic, just a quiet knowing. The next week, Malik was in the ring when Logan walked in. Their eyes met across the space, and Malik gave a small nod, a silent invitation. When the session ended, Malik walked over, sweat glistening on his arms. "You're getting better," he said. Logan smirked. "You didn't even watch me." Malik grinned. I didn't have to. You're standing taller. For a moment, neither moved. Then Malik reached out, pulling the towel from around his neck and tossing it at Logan. Catch, he said, laughing as Logan fumbled. Logan threw it back, and Malik dodged easily, their laughter echoing in a nearly empty gym. The world outside blurred into background noise. When it faded, Malik stepped closer, his voice low again. You still think too much. Maybe, Logan whispered. Malik's eyes softened, then stopped for a second. For a heartbeat, everything went still, the hum of the lights, the air between them. Logan didn't know what would happen next. Maybe nothing, maybe everything. But for the first time, he wasn't afraid. Malik's smile was small but sure. See? Not so hard to breathe when you stop pretending. Logan nodded, a laugh escaping through his nerves. Guess not. The semester ended weeks later. Logan went home for the holidays, back to quiet streets and polite smiles. His parents asked about grades, friends, New York life, the usual checklist of normal. He answered carefully, like always. But one evening, while sitting by the window watching the winter light fade, Logan realized something had changed. The noise inside him, the doubt, the guilt, the confusion, had softened. Not gone, but quieter. He thought about Malik, his laugh, the steady rhythm of his gloves hitting the bag, the way he said start with yourself. For the first time, Logan smiled without second-guessing it. Months later, back in New York, the gym felt like coming home. Malik was there, of course, punching rhythm into the air. When he saw Logan, that same grin lit up his face. Look who's back. Logan shrugged, but his eyes were bright. Guess I missed the noise. Malik laughed. Then let's make some. He tossed Logan a pair of gloves again. This time, Logan caught them easily. As they stepped into the ring, Malik leaned closer, voice playful. You sure you're ready? Logan smiled, not shy, not uncertain anymore. Yeah, I think I am. The gloves met with soft thud, steady, rhythmic, alive. And for the first time, Logan felt the noise inside fade into something else. Peace, maybe joy. He didn't know exactly what was coming next. But he knew this. He wasn't running anymore. The city lights outside blinked like heartbeats, steady and real. And between them, two people, two worlds, something unspoken, gentle, and fearless began to grow. One evening, steam filled the locker room, carrying the scent of soap and sweat. Malik stood on the shower's steady stream, muscles glistening, broad chest, thick arms, and abs that flexed with each breath. Water ran down his carved torso, like liquid across dark marble. Logan, lean and wiry, hesitated near the benches. His towel clung nervously to his waist as his eyes followed the sculpted back in front of him. Malik noticed. A slow grin spread across his face. Come on, man, he teased, turning slightly so the light caught every curve of his muscles. You can just stand there or need a spotter for shower time, too? Logan's cheeks warmed. I think you got it covered, he stammered. Malik chuckled, running a hand through his wet hair. Maybe next time you train with me, huh? Could use some company who appreciates the work. Logan laughed softly, tension melting into the mist. The echo of their voices mixed with the drumming water, playful, charged, and full of unspoken curiosity. For a moment, neither of them spoke. The air was warm, scented with soap and quiet laughter. Malik stood only inches away now, the steam softening the sharp lines of his physique. Logan's heartbeat seemed to echo in his ears. Malik tilted his head slightly, that teasing confidence in his eyes replaced by something gentler. You okay? He asked, voice low. Logan nodded slowly. Yeah, just surprised. By what? Logan's voice was almost a whisper. That you're actually this nice. Malik smiled, then leaned in. Their foreheads touched first, tentative, testing, and when Logan didn't pull away, Malik closed the last inch of space. The kiss was unhurried, warm, and full of quiet promise. When they finally parted, Malik's grin returned. Still shy. Logan laughed softly, maybe a little less now. The sound of running water echoed again, and for the first time that night, both of them felt completely at ease. The shower room had grown silent, except for the hum of the pipes. Malik sat on the bench now, towel around his shoulders, laughing softly at something Logan had said. There was no tension, no awkwardness, just warmth and a quiet understanding. For Logan, something in that silence shifted. The guilt he'd carried for years, the fear what his family and friends might say, felt suddenly smaller. Malik's presence wasn't intimidating anymore. It was freeing. The boxer's easy confidence, his open laughter, his unfiltered kindness made Logan feel seen in a way he hadn't before. As they stood to leave, Malik gave him a light pat on the back. "You good, man?" "Yeah," Logan said, smiling in a way he hadn't in a long time. "For the first time, I think I am." The steam and warmth behind them seemed to dissolve the last of his doubts. What remained was clarity, a soft, steady certainty of who he was, and the quiet joy of knowing someone saw it too. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more heartfelt and meaningful tales, please subscribe to the channel Whispers of Love and give this video a like. Your support means a lot and helps us share more stories that touch the heart. Thank you,